My name is Kate. I'm 30, living in the Chicago suburbs with my husband, Luke. From the outside, we looked picture perfect. Luke had this easygoing smile that instantly put people at ease. And me? I thought I had everything under control. But it wasn't until that fight, the one night everything collapsed, that I realized how fragile it really was. Luke was never the loud type, not the center of attention, not the kind to spill his feelings everywhere. That just wasn't him. He was reserved, thoughtful, a little shy. At first, I liked that. It made me feel like I could take charge. I planned our outings, managed the money, decided what we did, where we went, even what we ate. It felt like balance. At least, that's what I told myself. But over time, it started to wear on me. So many days, I felt like I was carrying our entire life on my back while Luke just drifted. He never seemed excited about anything, never jumped into decisions, and the weight of it all was exhausting. That night started like any other, ordinary, nothing special. We were just having dinner. Luke had made spaghetti. I was tired of carrying everything, tired of feeling like he never stood beside me when I needed him, and all that buried frustration finally cracked. Luke, I began trying to keep my voice steady. Can we talk about the bills again? You haven't touched them in weeks. He glanced up from his plate, his face unreadable as always. I'll get to it, he said quietly. I just didn't think it was urgent. That tiny phrase lit a fire in me. It was always the same. Me picking up every piece while he let it slide. I snapped. You never think anything is urgent. I shot back, my voice sharp. I do everything, Luke. The bills, the house, us. And you just sit there like it's fine. You're useless sometimes. You don't even notice what's going on. The words were out before I could reel them back. The second they landed, I felt them heavy, wrong, irreversible. He didn't flinch, didn't even argue. He just looked at me with those tired eyes, like he'd heard it all before. But behind that exhaustion was something else, something that felt like surrender. I'm sorry, he said softly, pushing his plate aside. I didn't realize you felt that way. I opened my mouth, but nothing came. So I stormed off to the living room, anger burning through me. And like always, he stayed silent. No explanation, no attempt to follow, just withdrawal. I stayed up late, television flickering, anger refusing to let me sleep. Why didn't he fight for us? Why didn't he care enough to show it? The next morning, I woke to silence. No coffee brewing, no sticky note on the fridge with, I love you scribbled across it. Just emptiness. He'd left for work, but the absence felt louder than usual. I told myself he was busy, tried to shake it off. But that evening when I came home, the truth was waiting. His shoes sat by the door. His jacket hung neatly on the rack. And on the counter, a plain white envelope with my name in his neat handwriting. My chest tightened as I tore it open. The letter was brief, calm. So very Luke, but every word hit like a hammer. Kate, you're right. I've been distant, and I've taken you for granted. I don't want to just exist in your life. I want to matter. I want to be enough. But I don't think I am anymore. I've tried, but it's never been enough for you. I don't want to feel useless to you, Kate. So I'm leaving. Maybe some time apart will help us figure out what we really need. I love you, but I can't keep feeling like I'm failing you. Luke. The words blurred through my tears as I read them again and again. My breath caught in my chest. I had called him useless. I had pushed him too far. And now he was gone. This wasn't how it was supposed to end. I never thought the words I threw in anger would matter this much. But they did. And now I had no one to blame but myself. I grabbed my phone, dialing him immediately. It rang and rang before his voicemail picked up. My voice shook as I left a message. Luke, please, come back. We can fix this. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Please don't go. But deep down I knew it wasn't that simple. Apologies couldn't erase the damage. I'd broken something I couldn't glue back together. Days dragged by. No calls. No messages. Just silence. The house felt cavernous, every corner echoing with his absence. And slowly, Painfully, I began to realize just how much I needed him. Not just as my husband, but as my partner. I had told myself I could do it all alone, that I didn't need him. I was wrong. Desperate, I went to the apartment he'd rented, praying for some sign he was willing to talk. But when I knocked, the place was empty. His things were gone. He had truly left. I sank to the floor of that bare apartment, tears streaming down my face. There was no undoing what I had done. And the worst part? I didn't know if I'd ever be able to fix it. But one truth stood out clearer than anything else. Words matter. They carry weight.